He's been waiting to entertain you
here on your radio. Curtains going up on yours truly, Rockin' Ron Sedaille.
Showtime!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, this show, since we've gone live, the waiting list to get into our studio audience is already a year and a half before you can get into the studio audience. Isn't that amazing? Thank you. Thank you so much. Is there anybody in the audience? Is there anybody in the audience who likes pizza? Whoa! We're gonna make pizza. That's right, we're gonna make pizza. And the dough that I'm gonna make has 2 ingredients. Yeah, I know, right? 2 ingredients. So check this out. I've never made dough this way before. I'm the kind of guy that uses regular flour and yeast and that sort of thing. We're going to use self-rising flour. I've got 2 cups of self-rising flour here. And you ready for the next ingredient? What does that look like to you? What? No, it's not sour cream. This is Greek yogurt. I know, Greek yogurt. These are the only 2 ingredients that we need to make our dough for our pizza. Now I've also got the leftover meat sauce. Remember the meat sauce from episode 23? This is like gold. I bet I could sell this on eBay for a couple $100. Anyway, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our dough. Then we're going to let it rest, and we'll prepare the rest of our toppings for our pizza. So this is a job for our KitchenAid Professional 600 mixer. If you put wings on this baby, it would take off. That's how powerful it is. So we're going to take our 2 cups of self-rising flour, and then we're going to turn our mixer on to the first setting. What we're going to do now is just add our Greek yogurt a little bit at a time. And what we'll do now is we'll bring it up another notch, and we'll just let that mix for a little while. Now check that out. I haven't added anything to that, and it looks like we hit it dead on. So we're going to take that dough out, and then we're going to let it rest while we make our toppings. I'm just going to put a very little bit of flour on our board. And our dough is a little bit on the sticky side, so I want to knead it just a little bit. Just like that. I remember when I was a little boy, my Nana up in Maine, she had this neat breadboard. I guess that's what she called it, a breadboard. And it was probably maybe 3 feet wide, 3 feet deep, and it had sides on it. And that was her breadboard that she would make her homemade bread. Nana used to make everything from scratch. She used to make pies and cakes, and unfortunately, Nana was diabetic. And, you know, sugar to many people, myself included, is like a drug. I've been very fortunate that up to this point I haven't had an issue with my sugar. I like to take the plastic wrap and just push it down inside the bowl there, right up against the dough. I worked with a woman many years ago. Her name was Marie, and she was from up Millinocket Way, which is about 80 miles north of Bangor, the woods, basically. And, I worked with her here in Connecticut, and she lived down in the Stratford, Bridgeport area. And I said to her one day, I said, "Don't you wish you lived in Maine?" And she said to me, "I think Maine is the asshole of the world." I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Did you believe it? No, good. Okay. Yeah, because, I guess she was always a city slicker type person. And to grow up in a town, a mill town, that's what you call them up in Maine. Maine has a lot of pulp mills, paper mills, where, people work and make their living. And I don't know if you've ever been in the area of a paper mill or a pulp mill, but I'm going to be honest with you. It smells like somebody pooped their pants. It's an awful smell. My uncle Tuba, he lives in Old Town, and there's a mill not far from his house. And when the wind is blowing in the right direction, by the way, I should mention I'm cutting this garlic up because I want to make some sauteed spinach. We're going to have spinach, bacon, mushrooms on our pizza. Throw some olive oil in that garlic. Normally I would use my pre-made garlic, but I don't have any left. And we'll slice up our mushrooms that we've rinsed off. And I just remembered that woman Marie that was from Millinocket, Maine. I remember she had a car. It was a yellow car of some sort. I don't remember what it was, but her license plate was MEMS B, MEMS B. And up in Maine, you call your mom, you either call her Mem or Meme or Mama. And that's what my brother and I grew up calling my mom Mama. Okay, got a couple pans going here. One for our mushrooms. One for our spinach. Mushrooms, gonna need a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of butter. It's my favorite wooden utensil right here. I don't know what it is, but it's just a nice flat wooden spoon. Get that garlic going. All right, we'll throw our spinach in. Spinach has water in it, so that'll help to keep that garlic from burning. And keep that heat high. Okay, things are going to start moving fast here, so now would be a good time to preheat our oven. For pizza, I'm going to get it nice and hot, 500 degrees, just like that. Spinach is cooked down. And we're going to make sure we drain all that water out of there. I'm going to have a bottle of wine. I should say I'm going to have I might end up drinking the whole bottle, but I'm going to have a glass of wine with my pizza. This is excellent wine, Hess Select. Right now they have the 2016 and the 2017 over at Costco. $16.99 a bottle. It is a fantastic Cabernet Sauvignon. And I mention that because I think I'm going to throw a little bit of Cabernet right in there like that. Just enough to deglaze the pan. Let those cook down a little bit and let that Cabernet reduce. So the latest thing that people are hoarding now is bacon. I couldn't find any uncooked thinly sliced bacon. So I found this, it's Costco's brand. I've never tried fully cooked bacon before like this, so we're just going to use this on our pizza and hopefully it tastes okay. All right, our mushrooms are sauteed, our spinach is sauteed. I cut up some of that pre-cooked bacon. It actually smells very good, so hopefully that'll work out okay, because I've never tried bacon that's been cooked already. Of course, our homemade meat sauce from episode number 23. Now for the pizza, I'm going to use this pan right here, and to size it, I'm just going to put it on our cutting board like that, so we know that we need to roll out our dough to just about the size of this cutting board. I'm going to flour our board here, like so. And just lightly coat our dough. And we want to keep it in a circular pattern because we're going to roll it out, and once we get it out to the edge, it should be the perfect size for our pizza pan. I've got my favorite rolling pin. Let's put a little bit of flour on that, like so. And we'll just start rolling our dough out. So this is going to be a relatively thin crusted pizza. Look at that. We got it. I'm going to coat my pan with a little bit of olive oil. I know what you're wondering. You're wondering, how is Rockin' Ron going to get this on this? Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw it up in the air, and then we're going to, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to, it's very simple. Just take the dough like this and gently roll it over your pin like that, right? You don't even have to pick it up at this point. Just bring your pizza pan over and lightly roll it back out. Look at that. And there you have it. There's our pizza crust. Now, you want to just, position it so it's at the right size. This is my first time trying this crust. I have no idea what it's going to taste like. We're going to find out together. Some of our sauce. There's meat in here too. We don't want the meat. We just want the sauce. The sauce. We only want the sauce. So if you see a piece of meat, I suppose you could leave it in there, but... All right, there's our sauce. I love this shredded mozzarella cheese. It's called Great Lakes cheese, and they carry this at ShopRite. This melts really nice on pizza. So we're going to put a little layer of mozzarella first. We'll start with our mushrooms. I'm going to get in there with my hands for this. Just like that. Oh, hi. Poppy's here, folks. And Poppy's gone. She flew in and then she flew out because she doesn't like my chef's hat. She's a little bit upset about that. Some bacon. I love bacon. Bacon, bacon. Bob Bosca. Bob Blow Daddy Bosca, he loves bacon too. Him and I are bacon freaks. Right, Bob? Bob Blow Daddy Bosca. Now we're gonna bring it home with the cheese. All right, this is ready to go in the oven. This is one heavy pizza. Now, honestly, I don't know how long this is gonna take. Wow, that looks really good. That's amazing. Look at that crust. Wow. I think we're gonna let it go just a little bit longer, then we're gonna pull it out. That crust is sliding nicely on that tray there. it is time to take it out. See how that pizza's sliding on that tray nicely like that? That's good. We're gonna let the pizza sit and rest for about 10 minutes. We don't want to eat it when it's too hot, because we'll burn the roof of our mouth and that'll ruin the whole experience. So I'm having some Hess Select Cabernet Sauvignon. This is good wine.
Yeah.
And I had to open it because I put some wine in the mushrooms.
Oh.
So might as well not let this bottle go to waste.
Yeah.
So we have pizza that we made the crust with only 2 ingredients.
2.
Self-rising flour
Yeah.
and Greek yogurt.
Wow.
Plain Greek yogurt. And let's taste it. By the way, our topping has bacon, spinach, and mushrooms, and mozzarella cheese, and our leftover meat sauce from episode 23. That tastes nice. Now, this isn't the kind of pizza that you can pick up because it's got... When I put toppings on pizza, I put toppings on pizza. So it's kind of hard to pick up my pizza and eat it. And make sure when you use self-rising flour, don't use self-rising cake flour. Make sure you use self-rising flour. It has a higher gluten content. It's going to give you that nice texture to your crust. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you next time, and stay safe out there. I use self-rising cake flour, that's why the crust didn't come out so good.